Whether you're a seasoned Chinese speaker or just dipping your toes into the world of Mandarin right now, there are certain casual expressions used all the time that you must know how to use or at least understand if you want to keep up with daily conversations. So here are 11 wildly popular Mandarin slang words that will have you sounding more like a native instantly. And the first one is super common. It is 牛逼. Now this word, it means really awesome, but if I'm going to be totally honest, it's rather vulgar, but it's just so common that I can't not share it. The literal meaning of this word is cow's vagina. And as for why that means awesome, I will allow Quentin Tarantino to explain for you.
Why? Why is that super cool in China? Well, you know, after saying it constantly, all right, I said, you know what, I'm going to ask somebody, all right? So I asked the Chinese member of the crew, I go, what is so great about cow's vagina? And he goes, it's so big!
Now this is the kind of word that obviously you'll hear tons, but only between friends or close family, that kind of thing. You wouldn't just say it out and about with random strangers, especially not people that are sort of above you in status, or if you're in a formal setting, or if someone's older than you. What you would do in that situation is remove the second part and just say cow. Oh, that thing is very cow. 很牛, and that sort of cleans it up. That's the kind of thing that you can do with your mother-in-law or like an old lady or an old man in Chinese. 你真牛啊，我佩服. You're awesome. I'm beyond words.
太牛了，我们分手了，我提的。
你真牛，你一提分手吧，他回来跟我们全家人分手。
You can also use 牛逼 in a kind of sort of cutting, sarcastic way of kind of like, oh, you think you're something special, do you?
I wish I was special.
The next slang word that you've got to know is 吐槽. Now this means to basically vent about something, kind of like just get it out of your system, get it off your chest, talking bad about someone or something. 你怎么一天到晚都在吐槽呢? So it's not something that you want to do all the time or be around people doing all the time, because it is a form of complaining, but it's also just something everyone does and it's fun to do occasionally. So you might say something like this. 我不是想吐槽, I don't want to complain, but 但这家餐厅的服务真的不怎么样. This service in this restaurant kind of sucks.
以后在公司啊，连个一起吐槽的人都没有。
So 吐 means to spit, and 槽 means the trough that pigs eat at. So it's kind of like eating the slop but spitting it back out, saying this slop's not good enough. The next slang word I want to share with you is 靠谱, which means reliable. So 靠 means to lean against or be close to, and 谱 means 谱子. So that is the musical score, like the series of notes that you follow. And this word 靠谱, as in to be close to the notes, means reliable because it comes from the opposite word of 离谱. So if someone is being out of order or untrustworthy, then you can say 太离谱了吧. He is leaving the musical score. He's not going by the rules that he should go by. But if you want to express the idea of trustworthy, then you would use 靠谱. So for example, 这所学校真的靠谱吗? Is this school reliable, trustworthy?
你给我这些东西干什么呀？你不是要他全部资料吗？我是要了解他这个人，要知道他是不是一个靠谱的男人。你给我这么多破废纸，我要看到什么时候去啊？
This next word is a purely internet slang word, and it is 给力, literally give power. So if you say something is very 给力, it just means it's awesome. 刚刚那场比赛他们真给力。
好，你放心，钱不会少你的，要多少，你说话。
好的，大叔，大叔真给力。
yes， 就是操，简直太给力了！以后能不能我就看你了。
Now talking about power, let's get to another slang word which means to charge electricity or charge the batteries. 充电. So 充电 literally means to charge electric, and it's the word we use to charge our phones or charge our computers or any electronic device. 充电. But this word is also used to improve yourself by learning or improving your skills. So for example, 我想上几个月的夜校给自己充电一下, or 充一下电. I want to go for some night classes for a few months to improve myself.
去图书馆吧，
看看书，充充电。
Now, this next word I hear all the time because it's related very closely to tourism and travel, and I live in probably one of the most beautiful places in China, Dali in Yunnan province. Now, the word I'm talking about is 打卡, which literally translates to punching the card, as in when you're checking into work and out of work. But these days, it refers more to checking in to a hot location. So, for example, if you go to Rome, then you have to go to the amphitheater to 打卡. If you go to Paris, you have to go to the Louvre and see some paintings. And if you come to Dali, there's tons of places that you have to go to eat or drink certain coffees or take pictures on the road just near my house, which is super popular because of its amazing view. This word is mostly used to describe eating at nice restaurants or going to nice coffee shops. So for example, 他天天到高级餐厅打卡，哪来的钱呀？
Hello 大家，我带大家打卡卢浮宫。今天不想打卡太多，把卢浮宫3大女神跟大家打卡，就是娜娜、莎莎和丽丽。
Next one I want to share with you is 拍马屁, or literally slapping the horses behind. And it's a way of expressing the idea of sucking up to or brown-nosing someone. So what's the connection between patting a horse's behind and sucking up to someone? Well, a long time ago in China, and I'm assuming most of the world, wealthy people could afford horses and poor people couldn't really afford horses. So as a way of getting in the good graces of wealthy people, you might go up to their horse and sort of build a bond with them, stroke them, pat them on the bum, for example. So for example, 他不停地 non-stop 给老板拍马屁，烦不烦啊？
不是我拍马屁啊，头儿，您这也太纯爷们儿了。
你拍马屁，我也不会给你加工资的啊。
我就知道。 干活去了。
This next word means to start a fight, and I actually first saw it in One Punch Man comics, but then I started hearing it and seeing it all around China and on TV shows and movies and things like that. It is 找茬, which means to pick a fight. And this word is made up of two characters. 找 means to look for, and 茬, which is a rather obscure character that refers to the grooves in a field after harvest. And it's just a way of saying you're looking for problems, you're looking for an argument, or maybe even a physical fight. 你这是来找茬的吗？
剪完，谢谢5毛钱。哇，很漂亮吧？干嘛剪这么漂亮？谁叫你剪这么漂亮的？找茬！
不知姑娘来这儿是找人还是找茬啊？
This next slang word has also got a lot of Chinese history and culture woven into it, and it is shanzhai. So a shanzhai is like a mountain camp, and to say something is a shanzhai ban means it's a fake version. And the reason why this is said this way, apparently, is because a lot of these shanzhai, these fake Chinese products, are made in sort of secret spots on mountain camps. So for example, 这款手机外形看起来和苹果一样，但是其实是山寨货。
哇，我们知道这个伊朗是不可能有这个美国的一些东西的，包括这个肯德基、麦当劳什么的，但是这边居然有一个山寨的肯德基，关键是肯德基爷爷样子没变啊，成了 ZFC 了啊。
This next awesome slang word is 兜圈子, which literally means to make circles, and it's the idea of beating around the bush. So if you are making circles around something, it's like you're not getting to the heart of the matter. So someone might say, for example, 别兜圈子, just cut to the chase, get to it. I prefer to be more of a straight talker, so I might say something like this. 我说话直爽, straight talking. 不太喜欢兜圈子。
你看了那段视频，就没看出点什么吗？
陆小姐，我没时间跟你兜圈子。
你不觉得顾总对风评的态度有些奇怪吗？
金先生想说什么不妨直说，我这个人不喜欢兜圈子。
那我就直说了。
And the final slang word I want to share with you is kind of 3 in 1, so it's got 2 bonus words attached to it, and it is 单身狗. So when people talk about themselves being single, especially if they're like kind of perpetually or infamously single, then they might call themselves a single dog, a 单身狗。情人节不是给我们这些单身狗庆祝的。Valentine's Day is not for us poor single dogs. Or 分手了，我又恢复单身狗身份了。I'm back to being a single dog once again. I just broke up.
我们也不想当单身狗啊，可姑娘太难追了，都喜欢高富帅。
矮富帅，高富丑，矮富丑。
Now, there's a couple of bonus phrases attached to this one, and this next one is actually, in my opinion, in my experience, way more common than 单身狗, and it is to 撒狗粮. So 狗粮 is dog food, and 撒 is like spreading it around. And although I'm not 100% sure, it's very unlikely this is not heavily connected to the idea of single dog. If you are 秀恩爱, if you are showing affection in public or just in a group chat, for example, and you are being really nice to your wife or the other way around, and you're sort of flirting with each other, other people in the group or around you in real life might say, oh, 别撒狗粮, you're making me feel bad because you're showing how successful and great you are at relationships.
你们这是干什么？有话好好说，别随便撒狗粮。
我跟子乔感情好得很，我们天天撒狗粮，别人都眼红得不得了。
And if you do this online, you might see a comment of 汪汪汪, which is how dogs bark, and it's basically saying you're making me feel like a single dog, or you're highlighting my single dog status, and I'm going to bark at you because you're showing your love and affection in public so much. So there you go, guys. That's what I consider to be a bunch of essential common Mandarin slang that's going to make you sound much more like a native, and it's going to help you keep up with native conversations. Now, if you have any other requests for videos that you'd like me to make, any topics you'd like me to talk about, please leave a comment below. And also remember to like the video and share it with anyone you think might find it useful or entertaining. Check out this one next, and I will see you there. Bye-bye.